Milford in der Orange-Weinanbauregion in New South Wales, wo wir gerade eine hervorragende Weinverkostung erleben durften, zusammen mit Ben, dem Inhaber des Angullong Vineyard. Ein hervorragendes Ambiente, ganz liebe Leute, viel Leidenschaft für den Wein, die man merken kann, und die Weine hervorragend. Ganz tolle Weine. Und das ist schon mit Recht so, dass sie bei James Halliday mit 5 Sternen bewertet sind und über 90 Punkte von erreichbaren 100 bekommen. Wir sind jetzt hier fertig, haben uns auch für morgen mit Ben verabredet, sein Vineyard zu besuchen und selbst davon zu überzeugen, wie es da denn aussieht, wie das alles tatsächlich funktioniert am Angullong Vineyard, und freuen uns darauf, dass uns Ben selbst auch darüber erzählen wird, wie die Geschichte dieses Vineyards ist und worauf er bei der Weinherstellung Wert legt. Wir freuen uns drauf und ja, bis bald. Pure down on the spirit, no worries, have a good day. So, jetzt einen Tag später, wir sind hier am Angullong Vineyard, wie gestern besprochen oder versprochen. Das ist Ben. Ben ist der Eigentümer von Angullong Vineyard, der uns heute schon hier herumgeführt hat, der uns einiges schon gezeigt hat. Unter anderem sind sie hier gerade am Trauben ernten. Wir haben Bilder davon machen dürfen, wir zeigen die Bilder natürlich auch. Und ich werde jetzt Ben einfach mal fragen, was das Spezielle an Angullong Vineyard ist, die Historie von Angullong Vineyard und natürlich nach seinen Wines. So Ben, this is Australian Breeze Television, live from Germany, right? I just said to the guys in the video that we've been with you in the cellar door yesterday, that we had an outstanding wine tasting with you, and I really love your wines, and we had a discussion, Catherine and I had a discussion yesterday over dinner saying, well, it's outstanding, right? And I really appreciate that you taking the time today to show us around your vineyard, and also, you know, give us the option to give us a little more update about the vineyard itself and your wines. So why don't you let us know about Angullong Vineyard, a little bit of the history and the details of the vineyard?
Yep. Right? Okay. Yeah. No, welcome, Ben. Great to have you here. Yeah, on a lovely Australian summer's day.
Beautiful,
blue
beautiful.
sky, and yeah. So we're right in the full swing of vintage at the moment, and as you can see earlier on, we were picking grapes mechanically, harvesting. So we've still got some reds left on, but we've picked all the whites so far. But yeah, so Angullong Vineyard, we're in the Orange region of New South Wales. So Orange is about 3.5 to 4 hours drive west of Sydney over the Blue Mountains, and we're a cool climate region. So cool climate by altitude. So vineyards who are above 600 metres, they range in Australia, in Orange, from 600 metres up to about 1100 metres, and Mount Canobolas is the dominating mountain in the area, and it's about 1400 metres. So we get snow here in winter, and we get nice sort of
You
dry.
get snow in winter?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's hard to believe.
Yeah.
For you guys in Germany, you have around 2 to 3 degrees at the moment. We're standing here at around 30 degrees, blue sky, beautiful sun. So it's hard to believe it's snowy, but however.
Yeah, yeah. So we actually, my brother was skiing down the Vine Rows last year. So we did have. It's not all. We don't get it every year, but quite often we do get snow here. It settles for a day or two, but and then it goes again and leaves us alone. But we do definitely get 4 seasons here. So we get a good spring, and our rainfall is dominated in winter. So we get relatively dry summers as well. So, but yeah. So Angullong itself. So it's a property, a farming property that's been owned by our family. My grandfather bought the property back in about 1949, I think, and then my father has run the property, and now my brother and myself are running the property now. It's a traditional grazing property with cattle and sheep, but then back in about 1998 we planted vines, so we've got about 200 hectares of vines here, and we've probably got one of the most diverse plantings of grapes in the region here. We've got about 15 different varieties.
15 different?
Yeah, yeah. So it keeps us busy. A lot of those that were started out as sort of experimental blocks that we did of small varieties like Sangiovese, which we're standing in front of here.
Yeah.
Barbera, which you tried that Barbera
Today, yeah.
at the cellar door yesterday, and Sagrantino. So we're doing other Italian varieties that have been introduced into Australia, but we certainly have, you know, the traditional Australian Shiraz, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc. So being cool climate, you know, we grow those varieties that do well in the cool climate area. So Sauvignon Blanc, you know, needs a cool climate area. You get those lovely aromatics. Chardonnay works well here. You're more in that sort of citrus spectrum for the Chardonnays rather than the broader sort of styles. So orange has always been a very strong Chardonnay producer. And yeah.
And you're delivering to the other wine regions as well, so they actually look at you and go, well, you got a better grapes, so they buy the grapes from you to make their wine, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean that's our business here. Is we use probably about 30% of the grapes for our own production, and the rest of it goes out to other wineries.
Okay.
Yeah, nearby wine regions in New South Wales. So some of those areas are maybe really good places to sell wine, but not so good to grow a lot of fruit. And so oranges.
Not mentioning to the names.
No, not mentioning. That's all right. But that's great. You know, we enjoy doing that. That's a big part of our business. And as we've got a lot of different, these all what we were calling alternative varieties, they're pretty popular in for smaller wineries, cellar doors, those sorts of things as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, what makes Angullong wines distinct Australia?
Yeah. Yeah, look, I think, they're distinctly cool climate Australian. I think a lot of people think of Australian wines as being big reds out of South Australia. I think Australia, we've got a lot more to offer than that, Australia, and I think Orange region, Angullong ourselves, we can offer reds that are probably a little bit more balanced, more elegant, I'd say. With the cool climate brings that sort of higher natural acidity and balance to the wine, so probably a little bit more elegant, sort of mid-weight wines, not those big sort of high alcohol styles. So and that will vary a bit within orange as well. So, but that's pretty much for our reds. Our whites, lovely aromatic, food-friendly styles of wines as well in the whites. So I think, you know, we certainly do have a wide range of varieties here, but distinctively I think cool climate does set us apart from the other regions.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the volcano nearby as well, right?
Yeah,
so the
soil types. Yeah, and that's what gives us that difference, because we are in central New South Wales, not quite central, but sort of towards east. So we are in a relatively warm area. You don't need to go much further west of here than it does get warm, but because of the altitude, because of Mount Canobolas,
right,
that gives us that cool climate. So it's cool climate by altitude, really.
So we're around 1,000 meters over sea, right?
Yeah. Well, here we're at about 700 meters,
right,
here, and down to our vineyards go down to around 600 meters.
Right.
There are vineyards around Orange up around 11 or 1,200 meters. So the top of Mount Canobolas is 14. So it's compared to you go west here about an hour and they'll be down to about sort of 200 meters above sea level. So
excellent.
It does climb up here quite.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ben, thanks very much for having us and showing around.
Pleasure.
And we're really looking forward to get you over to mainland Europe and Germany and introduce your lovely wines, which we had the pleasure to taste already, to the guys in Germany. So, für alle euch da in Deutschland, das hier war live von Angullong Vineyard und wie gesagt, stay tuned. Wir sind sehr zuversichtlich, dass wir die hervorragenden Weine von Ben und seinem Team alsbald auch in Deutschland exklusiv vorstellen dürfen. Vielen Dank. Have a good day and pure down on the spirit.
gelernt, es ist groß. Wir haben nicht nur die Weinreben gesehen, sondern wir haben auch die kleinen Kühe gesehen, den Fluss gesehen, in dem sie gebadet haben. Mehr Natur geht nicht. Der nächste Nachbar ist 10 Kilometer von hier entfernt. Es ist alles Natur pur. Und ich hatte für den ganzen Trip die besten Schuhe an.